But I just want to point out that in Israel itself, there is just under 2 million Palestinian Arabs, Israeli Palestinian Arabs, that live very well inside of Israel and around the other areas inside of Jerusalem. There are members of Knesset who are Israeli Arabs. There are Supreme Court judges who are Israeli Arabs. There are CEOs, managing directors, heads of departments, some very successful business people who are Israeli Arabs. I also want to point out that where else in the Middle East besides Israel can an Israeli Arab, or any Arab for that matter, say that the president is an idiot, that the prime minister should resign, and that the government is corrupt? Nowhere else. And that's the type of rights that you can get inside of Israel if you're an Israeli Arab. Now, what Nicholas is referring to is the Palestinian Arabs who are under the control of the Palestinian Authority, PLO. And this is, you have to ask yourself, where is this money going to? From the UK, from the EU, from the United States, that is going directly into the pockets of the Palestinian Authority, PLO. Where is it going to? It should be going to their people, but they're not distributing it in the correct way. That is not Israel's issue. That is the Palestinian Authority, and who's head of that? Mahmoud Abbas, Abu Mazen.
Nicholas?
The Palestinian cities are well run. There's very good mayors. There's competent police forces. There's some corruption, but there is political freedom. You can call Abu Mazen an idiot. There's no problem about that.
That's absolutely
the problem
nonsense.
The problem in East Jerusalem, if I can finish, is that the Palestinian police force can't operate there because it's regarded by Israel as Israeli territory. So there's no Palestinian police force there, but nor is there a Jerusalem police force. There's no Israeli police force there. There's Israeli army there, and the Israeli army aren't there to enforce law and order and increase the quality of life of citizens. They're there to enforce martial law. And in that situation, there's no security, and there's no quality of life for the Palestinians in Jerusalem. And let's focus on Jerusalem. I know that James wants to talk about everything else under the sun, but let's talk about Jerusalem.
About the embassy, not everything under the sun. About the embassy is what I came to talk about.
The embassy issue is the 1995 Act by Congress that called the Embassy Act, which also recognises Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. And Jerusalem, of course, should be the capital of Israel, but it's this enlarged Jerusalem, this version of Jerusalem that has no historical iteration of Jerusalem has ever been this gigantic. It stretches deep into Bethlehem, for instance, which is my hometown.